Hi, my name's Fluff. I'm a beekeeper, I'm a farmhand, I'm a gardener, an avid collector of indoor plants, as you can see. My monstera here, and I'm not fucking happy. So we're at the home of the three cheeky whippets, the ones that went viral eating my bed, and today is Sunday, October the 15th, 2017. There's the local paper, the Herald Sun, to confirm the date. And I am so not fucking happy because currently in this situation in Australia we've got 7 members of parliament, so one Barnaby Joyce in the lower house, the other 6 senators, dual citizenship. As a dual citizen to another country, you cannot be a member of parliament in Australia. However, let me have a look at here. So we've got 7 of them being referred to the High Court. George Brandis on Sky News. George Brandis is our Attorney General, and here he is. Sky News, Friday the 13th, 5:51 PM, updated on skynews.com.au. He was on the radio, and he has defended the eye-watering legal bills Australian taxpayers will be made to pay for the dual citizenship palaver. Taxpayers will reportedly fork out upwards of $130,000. That's $130,000 on barristers for each day the High Court case, with overall costs expected to be total more than $2 million. Now, this is so fucking wrong. Let me just go back to the Constitution. Section 44 of the Constitution in Australia sets out restrictions on who can be a candidate for federal parliament. In full it reads, any person who, 1, is under any acknowledgement of allegiance, obedience or adherence to a foreign power, or is a subject or a citizen or entitled to the rights or privileges of a subject or citizen of a foreign power, shall be incapable of being chosen, of sitting as a senator or a member of the House of Representatives. Fucking quite simple. I'm no Rhodes Scholar. These 7 people have dual citizenship. So, as it states here in section 44, shall be incapable of being chosen or of sitting as a senator or a member of the House of Representatives. George Brandis has referred these 7 matters, well, not him in particular, but members of certain parties and themselves involved have referred themselves to the High Court, and as George Brandis states, he is defending the eye-watering legal bills. Fuck me. I just read you out the Constitution. These 7 have dual citizenship. The Constitution says they're incapable of being sitting or chosen to sit as a member of the Australian Parliament. Quite fucking simple. Now, let's just go a little bit further here. All this money being spent. Now, I used to be a member of the Liberal Party. Look, blue-blooded, conservative, Liberal voter. Certainly haven't voted Liberal at every election. Never going to vote them again. I'll give you the hot tip. And I'll show you, I was a paid-up member of the Liberal Party. There's the card. Stopped paying the membership 2 years ago purely because of this Adani mine project in the Galilee Basin in central Queensland. So here we've got all the Greens and all the tree-hugging people. I plant trees, love trees. However, when I come home, I want to turn the lights on. I want to turn air conditioning on if I need to. Blah, blah, blah. I need power, which is all fired by coal-fired power stations. Now the Greens want to shut down all these power stations because, it sends up shit in the air and blah, 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 and all these da-da-da. However, they are happy for Adani which is an Indian company, to come and fucking dig up a massive hole in the Galilee Basin in central Queensland, ship that coal to wherever they're going to ship it, and burn power stations. What fucking sense is going on there? And then we've got Malcolm Turnbull has been approached by Adani because Adani want to put here's the big hole in the ground here, they're going to dig up all the coal, and here's their port over here, the Abbott Point coal terminal on the Great Barrier Reef. They want to put a train line to join all the fucking coal to the things that can go off. Now, they've approached Australia to fund Australia's taxpayers. What is it? Their bloody Northern Australia Infrastructure Facility to pay for the $1 million train terminal from the big hole in the ground to over here where the port takes all the shit overseas. Now, Greens are happy for that to happen, but we're not allowed to burn it here. For fuck's sake, this is just ridiculous. And if you have a look at the, there's a Four Corners review on Adani, their company structure is so entwined with head companies and parent companies in tax havens throughout the world. Do you think they're going to pay royalties? No, they're not. Do you think they're going to fix up the big hole once they've dug all the coal up? Do you think they're going to rehabilitate this big hole in the ground, which is around agricultural area and cattle farming area? No, they're not. Australian government and courts cannot even get Clive Palmer's nickel refinery to either fix up the mess, pay all his, I don't know, the benefits to workers. Taxpayers have had to pay for that. So, my fucking Liberal card, never again. Cut that cunt up. And again, because the only way to stop this fucking rot is probably Pauline Hanson's One Nation Party. And there's another issue. The left says that if you follow or want to vote for Pauline Hanson's One Nation Party, that you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe. You're not. It's your choice. That is the powerful left dictating to people like me who are so disgruntled with the Liberal Party and the Labor Party. I'd never vote for them. They're just a pack of cunts. And I can't say that I'm going to vote for One Nation because I get called all these bigot, homophobe, racist. Well, I'm fucking not. Donald Trump. Hey, Donald Trump, President of the United States. All these people said you can't vote for Donald Trump. Oh, he's a bloody racist, he's a bigot, all this carry on. Hey, look what fucking happened, he won. So, what happened when you're in your little election day, in your little booth, everyone's asking you beforehand, who are you going to vote for? Oh yeah, we'll vote for the Conservatives, or we'll vote for Labor, or the Independent, None of them said they would vote for Donald Trump. When they got into their little bloody booth, no one was looking, they ticked the fucking Trump box. Likewise, that is what's going to happen here in Australia at the next federal election. All these polls, people say, oh yeah, I'm just going to vote Conservative, When they get in the fucking cardboard ballot box, One fucking Nation. Tick. When they leave and the exit polls, oh, who did you vote for? Oh yeah, the Conservatives. Counting night, you just fucking wait. Pauline Hanson's One Nation Party, I tell you, is the only way that we're going to get on top of these major parties and their bullshit going on, money being given away, millions, fucking millions, to the United Nations, to Malaysia, to Indonesia, to their High Court friend judges and the barristers, to fund this bloody citizenship crisis. Go the One Nation. Stick it up their arse. What else have we got here? George Brandis said, as for the costs, I think most people would accept that there is a very important public interest here in getting this section of the Constitution right. Senator Brandis told Sydney's 2GB radio. Now, when these 7 bloody people in Australia stood up to be elected as a member of Australian Parliament, they signed a form. One of the questions on the form was, do you have dual citizenship? They've said no, and they've signed a statutory declaration. Why can't those cunts, the 7 of them, pay for their own High Court challenge? And it's us. If they're that fucking stupid that they didn't know that their father's born in New Zealand and that by inheritance rules or whatever under New Zealand's constitution that they've got citizenship, if they're going to put their fucking hand up and stand for Parliament, they need to search all their baggage, all their family history, and make sure that yes, they are entitled to stand for Australian Parliament. They've signed a statutory declaration which is false. What's going to happen there? Fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. And Barnaby Joyce's legal team at his High Court bloody referral last week claimed ignorance. Well, excuse fucking me. I got a speeding ticket the other week. I didn't see the 100-kilometre sign, so I went 120. Oh, ignorance. Oh, I didn't see this. I didn't know when I shot that person that it was going to fucking kill them. Ignorance, ignorance. For fuck's sake. So, One Nation is the go. Like and share this fucking video to everyone in Australia, because it's the only way to teach these major parties, Liberals, Labor, Greens, they're fucking useless, that enough is enough. Really? So we're on the Twitter at 3 Cheeky Whippets and Instagram, my Facebook page. Don't bother joining that. I'm gonna deny your bloody friend request, and off we go. Rant over. Cunts.